Hi, welcome to Guru Gone Gaming. I'm your host, Guru. So today is a bit of a rainy day, so I decided I'd do a little rundown of what I've been up to lately. So yesterday I tried playing GTA 5 online, which for a while it was really shoddy, nothing was working, and people were having problems with their characters deleted. Apparently all that's sorted out and the game works. I guess that's good news because people were pretty hyped about that. I am personally still going through the single player because I'm a completionist. I try to do everything before I get into the multiplayer, but I was like, all right, let's give it a shot. It's pretty good. I mean, it seems a lot similar to GTA 4 multiplayer, except there's a lot more to do in the sense with activities and such. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty much just driving around robbing stores and trying to get money so I could upgrade my car and stuff like that. Which, interesting story, here's where I go into a little segue of stupid GTA stories. I spent like the first hour of the game just, going through tutorial, which is really nice that they did multiplayer cutscenes, which kind of gives the multiplayer a little illusion of a story going on, which it's pretty cool. I like that. That's a good, little attention to detail. Because most games multiplayer, it's just like, oh, go here, kill dudes. Here, go here, race dudes. Go here, rob things. Here, it's like, all right, there's a reason why you're doing this. You want to make money? Here, I know a guy. We'll good, you know. Then you do jobs, which is it's a nice little interesting twist on GTA, which I can appreciate. Um, but yeah, my story. I was driving around. I was robbing liquor stores because I wanted to do the rob every store in the game achievement. I was like, all right, it's how hard it could be to rob a liquor store. Really fucking hard. Because after the first two stores, I didn't know what I was doing. I ran in, pointed a gun at the guy. He's like, all right, I'm putting the money in the bag. I did that. I walk outside. Apparently, some civilian was armed and shot me down. Which, thank you, Second Amendment. You showed me. Yeah, that I ended up losing like a grand, which I think is weird that in the free play mode you can lose money from dying, because then it's like, because here's the thing about multiplayer: people are dicks. People will always be dicks. It's like it's a theory that I have. If you have a game where there's multiplayer and the players can decide to work together or work against each other, there will always be a dick. Always. It's like unavoidable. And the way the game works is someone kills you, they can pick up your money. So, there's a little bit of incentive to go around killing people, which encourages dicks. See where I'm getting at here? I don't like dicks in more ways than one. And so I'm running around. I lost money from getting killed, so I decided to start all over again. This time I was like, all right, let me go buy a shotgun because I had money for a shotgun, which apparently was free for some reason. Mm, free shotgun. So I go in there, rob a place, leave, lose the cops, go another place, rob that place, leave, lose the cops. I had a little system down, and eventually, one of the cop chases, I ended up losing the axle on my car, and I was like, all right, I should probably get a new car or at least get this fixed up, since I was using the default car that the game gives you, and I was like, maybe I should pick up something a little more flashier. So I'm walking around Los Santos looking for different cars. I was like, muscle car, nah, tuner car, nah, I don't want something flashy. I want something flashy. So I'm walking around, I see like a little impound lot, and I'm like, oh, I see a nice little Turismo, I think. It's one of the really high-end sports cars in the game. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna grab that, throw it in my garage, and I'll own it. So I was like, all right, let's do that. So I'm doing the thing that I do in video games where I walk around the building, rubbing up against all the walls, trying to find an entrance to this place, and I can't find a way in. And halfway through, I'm, walking around this building, and I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to get inside the lot? And I see a little player dot, like, rapidly approaching me, like, goddamn, it's like beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this guy's probably gonna try to come and kill me. I hide behind, like, a little wall, and, I got my gun out, and I'm back against the wall, watching this guy's dot come barricading, rolling towards me. And I'm like, all right, gunfight, let's go, let's go. Turns out there's two of them. Dude runs at me with the car. I fire a few shots. It doesn't kill him. I move out of cover because I want to get on the other side of the cover, which didn't really work. And apparently, he turned around in that time and hit me with the car. After he hit me with the car, he had enough time to get out of the car, shoot me in the face, and then leave. And I'm like, okay, okay. But apparently, if you kill enough players, you get a bounty placed on your head, which makes other players want to kill you, which I find weird because now you don't have to go around hunting for people to kill because everybody who wants that money is going to come towards you, so you can just barricade yourself up somewhere, sit there and rack in money. Gotta get cash, gotta get the dough. So, I don't know. I played that for like, a couple hours and I was like, okay. Which goes to my next story. I tried playing another game. This was called Ascend Hand of Cool. It was a free-to-play arcade game, which was sort of a semi-MMO character action game. And I was a bit suspicious because I'm like, Xbox Live, how many free games do you put out? I mean, other than the arcade thing that they're doing now, where they give a free game like twice a month, which I find pretty good. Except they gave me fucking Fable 3. You have to pay me to play that goddamn game. I'll do a rant about that later, but oh my god, fucking Fable 3. Fuck, how did that game get made? Goddamn. But yeah. So I played it up and I was like, all right, this is a pretty interesting game. It's character action. You're like a demigod thing, and you go around taking shrines for your chosen god, and you get powers and stuff. And it's got a PvP element going on. I'm like, all right, this is kind of a cool process because you're pretty much a giant. And you run around eating humans and killing stuff to get souls to upgrade shit. And I'm like, all right, I can get behind that. I like killing things for money. MMO, sure. I played for like 6 hours or so. I hit like level 12, and then I realized something. Premium. The game uses an interesting premium system where usually most games that have a free to play, and then the pay element have the pay elements separate from the free to play. So like you'll have exclusive weapons or exclusive armors or stuff that you can only get by using real world currency, which is separate from the in-game currency. Here it's like, all right, there's only one currency, that's souls. If you pay money, you'll get souls. Problem is, a lot of the like daily weapons that they have, which the store isn't the actual physical store, you just open it up and you could buy anything at any time. Which I found, it's I guess so you don't have to walk around going back and forth, which no one really likes wandering. So like these weapons that'll be on sale of the day, it'll be like, oh, 20,000 souls, you get the pole axe of vibrations, and I'm like, all right, I guess if you're paying money and you want that kind of thing. When I realized that on an average, I was going through dungeons finding like two or three armor pieces, and I was making about 500 souls or so. Good thing when you die, you don't lose souls, but I found this out. To repair your weapons and armor, you're using souls. The cost to repair some of these things are fucking outrageous. Like I'd go through a dungeon. I actually tested this out because I was like, this is fucking obscene. So I put on my low level helmet, went through a dungeon, got hit a few times. I came out, it was at like about 95%, so I only took like 5% damage or so to that helmet. Try to repair it. It's like, all right, 100 souls. I'm like, all right, I made way more than 100 souls. Not that big of a deal. It's not a big, you know, hole in my pocket. Did the same thing again with a higher ranked helmet that was like around a level 10. Did that, and apparently it was like 800 souls to fix, and I'm like, what the fucking hell? I only made like 500 souls going through that dungeon. So it kind of pushes you in that way of you gotta pay to keep playing this game. Which, alternatively, if you're playing and you keep finding new equipment, you keep throwing on the new equipment, and you just keep selling your old equipment, which, can work. But if you're like me and you like taking things slow, and you're, going through and maybe you don't find new helmets, maybe you've just been finding a bunch of weapons, because God knows I had like 8 different swords and only like 2 different pairs of boots. So like I kept having to repair these boots, but my sword I could just literally fight for a while, throw the thing away, and then pick up another one because I had so many and I didn't really care about them and I was trying to make money. But I don't know, the free to pay element kind of screwed me over, and also the game character action game. It's very basic. You have light attack, heavy attack, and your magic and block. Now the thing about this game, there's no evasive tech. There's no way to evade attacks other than by pressing block and dashing, which is a separate attack. So you'd have to, like, if someone was about to attack you, you'd have to hold the block button and then press the attack button to dash the other way, because your standard running speed isn't enough to evade attacks. And also, if you they push you in the way of, oh, you want to block attacks and then go back to attacking. Even if you block attacks, you still take a percentage of the damage. So if you're constantly blocking in a fight, you're gonna get whittled down. And I found this out when I was fighting one of these like big ass Minotaur dudes that they would swing, my character would get pushed back. I'd still be blocking and my combo would still be going, but I would see my health like slowly trickling down. And then when I start hitting them, none of my attacks stun them. They go back into their combo. I gotta block again. I'm taking 4 hits, and I'm like, he'll probably end up whittling me down by the time I whittle them down. So I'm like, all right, I guess I have to go on the evasive. So I'm like trying to dodge around this guy's attacks, but there's no fucking dodge element. So game, how are you supposed to do this fight? Because my magic wasn't doing anything. My attacks weren't stunning him long enough for me to get a good combo off. And then you get the guy down to like a fourth of his health, and he does a stupid grab move, which once again can't be blocked because it's a grab move. And your option to evade it is once again dash, which is a block slash attack thing, which doesn't. I don't know. Someone properly played the game is gonna look at this video and be like, "You're supposed to use the block dash to effectively get behind them, and then unleash a counterattack." Counterattack should be implemented. Just saying. It should be a standard part of the game design. Otherwise, it's a failure of the game design. Um, but yeah, I played that for too long. I ended up deleting it from my hard drive, and right afterwards, my Xbox froze because the battery pack overheated. So I had to go and head over to GameStop, and I was like, "Hey, you have a 203-watt battery pack?" Because I have one of the old 360s because I got mine at launch. And I only ever had to switch it out once because of the Red Ring of Death and haven't had problems with it since. But my battery pack would have this thing where if you play for like an hour or so, it would sound like a goddamn lawnmower. And when you're playing a game and you have that going on while you're playing, it's really fucking annoying. And it finally froze up, and I'm like, I should get a new one. So I got a new one, popped that in, and it's silent. I am so happy that I got a new one. It's silent. I'm playing games and my parents aren't getting mad. They aren't like, oh, your fucking lawnmower's going off downstairs. Stop that. So I can, gaming all night and everyone else is asleep. So that's always good. Well, that's my episode. I will see you guys in a few days. Take care.